Wait, do you ever get disappointed when you're showing someone something for the first time and you really want them to get it? And
No,
they
not
don't?
at all. I think
Yes.
Oh.
Matt knew exactly where I was
Absolutely.
going with that question.
I'm clearly an Eeyore.
I'm probably Rue.
I'm a Christopher Robin with a poo rising.
And then I get in a canoe and I'm like, Clairs don't like canoes.
No, they don't.
I'm afraid of this lake.
That's exactly what it was.
Ow.
It was a beautiful moment in our friendship. I was
literally in the middle of getting her up and down the
Pathetic.
stairs. Ow. I was like, I'm trying to get my hair done. I'm like,
I don't think that's an accurate representation of my owl.
well, you were in such pain you couldn't see clearly. So,
Trauma.
Thank you for listening to the Last Will podcast. I'm Matt Young. I'm a theater educator and a parent. And ever since I lost my father to cancer, I have been mildly obsessed with death. This is my last will and testament. Ben Parker once said, "With great power comes great responsibility." That's right. Today we're talking about superpowers. Now here's the funny thing. I look for quotes for every episode, and all of the superpower quotes are unknown. So here's one that I really liked. The only thing standing between you and your superpower is your belief in yourself. That quote is attributed to Unknown. Here's another thing Unknown said. Your greatest power is your ability to choose. Unknown also said, true superheroes don't wear capes. They wear kindness. And another Unknown once said, we all have the power to change the world one action at a time. Is that about superpowers? I don't know. Here's the last one. Unknown. In a world full of ordinary people, be a superhero. That's not about superpowers either. None of those are really about superpowers. Anyways, we have a fun discussion about superpowers, so I hope you enjoy it.
smallest ones.
Yeah. It's one of the smallest ones. Yeah. I pushed record, so we got to go because somebody's got theater tickets. They got to get out. They got to get out.
Oh, no, it's okay. We have time.
Oh, okay.
We'll be fine.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. This is the first time we've been apart for a while. Yeah, I told you we're actually rolling. We've had some shows. We've had some meetings. We've had a lot of different stuff that's kept us away, even though you will have heard Matthew and the Kennys for a couple of episodes.
That's a good band name.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's no way, though, if we had a band, that I should be leading the band.
Yeah,
in
you could be the leader. You could definitely be the leader of a band. You're a great leader.
Well, I appreciate that, but I'm not going to be the leader of the Kennys, the most musical family I know.
You could be our MC. You could be our...
Absolutely. I'd love to.
Yeah.
You're like the partridges of the East
I'd be
Coast.
the band manager.
Yes.
Yeah. Your looks are
Wait.
becoming a problem. No, that wasn't the manager. That was
That's
the lead singer.
That's Jason
Fever Dog. No, Fever Dog's their song. What was the name? Stillwater.
Stillwater. Yeah, but
Stillwater.
Jason what's his name? Jason
Lee.
Yeah.
So we're back and we're excited. We haven't seen each other.
It's been a while.
They did get donuts because that's what I do, but it was a little different because I also gave them fruit today.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I am a pretty good host, I think.
Oh, for
Yes,
sure.
You are.
I mean, the bathroom's mostly clean.
Never
I don't
seen
know if
it.
that's
At
part
least
of
it
Never seen it.
works.
Never
Yeah,
seen it.
Grady's never gone to the bathroom here.
He hasn't?
No.
Grady, do you go to the bathroom any other place other than home?
Not if I can help it.
Are you bathroom particular?
I think that is the greatest way anybody has ever labeled Grady.
Well, I know. I think some people are. Like when I was a
That's
kid,
the
I
new
was
code
bathroom
for-
particular.
Are you autistic? I mean, are you bathroom particular?
No, some
Yes, I
people
am.
some people just feel uncomfortable using other bathrooms,
I
which
definitely
I totally
do.
get. But when you have to go, you have to go. So what do you do? Is my
I
question.
internalize it.
What if you're on a road trip and you have to your only option is a gas station? You won't do it?
See all these stones? I made these inside my body by internalizing it.
Oh. Grady is grabbing the necklace around his neck.
He's making his own kidney stones.
I have passed a kidney stone. That's not. It's one of the
Show
worst
off.
things ever. And I went to work.
Yeah,
that
so don't
day.
joke about it.
What if you're doing a code red at your school and you're trapped in the bathroom? What do you do?
Hang out, text your friends.
Yeah, that's what I did this week.
Oh, really?
yeah. We had a I don't know what you call it. I guess it's code red or something, or is that no? That's if you.
Shouldn't you know what it's called?
It was a lockdown drill. They were like,
Yeah.
They were like, this is an emergency. It's a lockdown drill, and I was in the
And you
bathroom.
were locked down.
Yes, I didn't have class, so I didn't have students, but I did have this panic of like, what do I do? I got to get out of here. I got to go to the safe space. But then I realized I was in a safe space. I was locked in the bathroom, and so just stay and.
Yeah, it's probably the
not
safest
rushed.
place you could be.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, okay. But even if you were, it takes a long time for everybody
In the
to get out of
bathroom.
the school.
I thought you were talking about
right?
it.
So
No, you in lockdown. You lock down. That's not fire drill.
Right. Oh, no one leaves the school. You're in the classroom.
Yeah,
Got it.
Nobody gets in or out.
Oh, wait. So what were you supposed to do? You were supposed to just stay where you are.
Well, if I had a class, I was supposed to lock down my classroom and stuff like that. You're supposed to get to one of the designated safe spaces, but like they're timing it, so it like counts to them that they clear out the space in a certain way. And I was like, almost rushing to get to the space because I didn't want us to get like penalized for me being in the hallway. And then I was like, no, you just stay in the bathroom.
But what if you
finish your
if
business.
you had a class and you you left the kids to go to the bathroom? Are you allowed
Claire.
to do that?
No.
Oh.
No.
Like, not even for an emergency?
No.
Again,
Well,
you internalize
I got to
it.
get coverage. If there's an emergency, yeah, I should get coverage. Look, my class is a little different because my kids go out through the whole school and they're on walkie-talkies because they're filming all over the school because they can't just film in my room. So
What happens if there's a lockdown when they're
I
out
know
and
it's
about?
very
It's nerve-wracking.
Yes.
Jesus.
they have to go to the nearest class
Classroom.
and lock down with them.
I'm sure they also do this to see timing, how long this takes. Right?
Oh yeah, no,
Right.
and the Board of Ed I think is paying attention to all of that stuff. So I didn't want to get caught out in the hallway ruining our score. And then it just hit me like
I don't know
oh,
why I
just
just
sit down and text your
I
friends.
just want you to-
They
I
really
just want
should
you
have
to
rules for this.
Picture Matt with dropped trowel and his Adidas shuffling down the hallway, going, "Don't panic.
I don't
I'm
want
getting the safety.
I'm
getting the
here.
safety.
I'm here. I'm here."
They really should have rules for people who are in the bathroom and then they do a lockdown drill.
Well, you should bring it up.
Yeah, well, I think
You felt safe.
next art meeting I'll bring that up. You know,
They'll
I
find
think
you
just,
under a
you stay
pile
there
of white
as long as I don't
tile.
have students that I have to care for and stuff like that. But yeah, my class makes it a little different. It definitely made me think about lockdown a lot and what I have to do because my classroom is so particular. And I never leave the bathroom with my pants down. All right, I just want for the record, I always pull my pants
It's
up.
funny to see someone shuffling with their pants down the hallway. We've all done it before. You think you can make it, but you can't.
Not a school hallway.
I mean,
Well,
you never live
I
that down.
don't know.
Grady, do you have a story to tell us? Is what you're saying? Considering you won't
No.
go to the bathroom outside of your home, I can't imagine that you were shuffling down the school hallway.
Well, he didn't say
with your
that.
pants
He
down.
didn't say
I-
that he wouldn't go to any other bathroom outside of his house. He didn't say
I
that.
don't.
Maybe he only
I-
uses the bathroom in the hallway
I don't.
Do you only use the bathroom in the hallway?
or in the lobby.
No, I don't like that either.
Not the lobby?
Mm-mm,
That feels
no,
pretty safe.
No. Mm-mm.
What is the
Like
safest
if we're
bathroom for
say
you
we're at,
outside of the home?
a curtain call, I would be going backstage and use the private bathroom back there.
Okay.
Usually the
the
private
one that's
bathroom is like
the one that's hidden and nobody knows it's there.
hmm.
Do you ever go to the one in that dressing room? Ever go to the one upstairs?
Yes.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
got a sliding door though. That's a little.
But is
I've
it
been
is
locked
it,
in there before. Yeah.
Is it number one or number two that we're talking?
That's enough.
I think it's got to be number 2.
No.
No, you
no.
go number 1 anywhere. I think you just went number 1 right here in your pants.
Does he wear a diaper?
Okay. Pee pee
So
wee
that
wee
he can
doo doo.
go
Get it all
anywhere?
out.
I think so.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's got to be protected.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
a long drive
yeah.
over
I'm
here.
diapered up right now.
I dated a guy once who said that he always needed 2 closed doors in between him pooping and the other person.
When did you tell him it was over?
Wow.
When
That is particular.
And I was like, oh my gosh.
That's bathroom particular.
I used to get, like, when I was a kid, I was really nervous about pooping in public. But when I went to summer camp, like, I had to get over it.
Yep.
Because we're living out in the woods.
well, yeah. Camp's
You're going to
different.
stink that place up.
Camp's different.
But no, it was actually about being being in the bathroom but needing 100% privacy, like feeling so
I
uncomfortable.
can't pee in front of people. I have.
Like if somebody would walk
sinus.
in, like I would just, my whole world would fall apart. But that's what I had to get over.
Can't pee in front of people.
I
Makes sense.
pooped in Galaxy's Edge easily when I was at Disney World. It was a nightmare. We were making droids, and I was like, I don't care anymore about this droid. I
Clearly,
I'm sorry.
You gotta let it go.
I'm sorry, droid. I made a Chopper wannabe, but like I was dying. I
Well,
was dying.
When you gotta go, you gotta go. I'm
And
sorry.
when you gotta go at Disney, you really gotta go because you almost panic.
Right.
Is that a door? Where is it? I'm looking for a sign, and it's some kind of lightsaber or two lightsabers, so you don't know is that woman's or man's. Then you just go in there and you end up being next to
there's a big like
Cheryl
where
from
you can
Milwaukee.
wash your hands. It's all Star Wars themed.
Right.
I need. So it was really nice.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. My eldest and I, we pooped all over Disney
And when
World.
anything
We just
hits,
did not
when
have a
anything hits
problem.
the water,
Yeah, well, so
R2
does everybody else.
when you're at
That's what I
Galaxy's
figured,
Edge,
right?
Yeah, if anything hits the water in Galaxy's Edge, then R2D2 talks back to you.
In the
Gives you the
toilet?
beep, boop, boop, deep.
Mm-hmm.
Beep,
So you
boop,
go.
If you really mess it up, then
It
Chewie
screams. Yeah, Matt got the scream where he spins around,
goes. It was a mess.
and it's in 3D. So
Okay, this episode
It's
has
not
gone
about
off the
that.
It's not
rails.
going well.
We are 11 minutes in, and we've gone high poop talk, which is a little bit more than we normally
pee,
do.
pee, wee, wee,
Sorry,
dee. Let's get it
everyone.
all
We do
out.
a lot of that here.
Well, I'm done with it.
But I'm still curious. What are the qualifications for Grady to go number 2 away from the
Why
home?
do you? The qualifications
Like,
are
what
if
do you-
if
what-
I'm
what-
about
what
to
do you need?
blow out my pants, then I'm gonna figure
So
it
you
out.
would use my bathroom if it was a real emergency, or would you hold it and try to get home?
I'd probably go over the balcony and just
I
spray.
don't know that you would.
yeah, I mean,
I spray that driveway like a skunk.
the qualifications or the emergencies are probably super rare in Grady's life, so he probably doesn't have
why
to.
are we focusing on my?
Because you said you wouldn't use my bathroom.
Well, it's not that I'm don't. It's a private bathroom.
I know that you
A
can.
bathroom for money. It'll do what you
Wait, if
want
you
it to do.
Is that a
Wait.
song? Are you singing a song?
wait, if you
Thunderdome.
Is it Tina Turner?
You were in the Thunderdome and Galaxy's Edge. All right, that's enough.
No, I created Thunderdome.
That's what you were.
All right, I guess
all
I'll move on.
What are
I'll
we
move on.
talking about today?
Today we're talking about superpowers,
Amazing.
right?
My superpower is to hold it.
We wanted to. There we go. Thank you for listening to the Last Will podcast. So we thought we would come back with a fun
Put a
episode
little
and
crack
talk
and
about
clear.
superpowers.
Are you doing myths and things?
Did we do? Yeah, I
Are
do.
you-
I have some.
but
But
what
we
we
should start off with the definition,
Yeah,
right?
we're not
Superpowers.
there yet.
Superpowers typically refer to the extraordinary abilities or strengths that go beyond the capabilities of normal humans. In a broader context, the term can also describe nations that hold significant influence and power on a global scale, particularly in military, economic, and political realms.
No, we're not talking about that.
No,
kind
we're
of
not.
super-
But I forgot that that's actually true. The popular culture superpowers are often associated with superheroes and fictional characters, such as having physical abilities, super strength, speed, agility, and durability, durability, mental powers, telepathy, telekinesis, and enhanced intelligence, elemental control, manipulation of fire, water, earth, or air, and magical abilities, spell casting, transformation, or reality manipulation.
What's telekinesis again?
Telekinesis is where you could potentially move things with your mind. I could get
Got it.
inside your head.
It's a little bit like the Force.
Got it.
Yeah.
So, where do we want to begin? Do we go with the typical? If you had to choose one superpower, what would you choose? Or do we want to talk about like the moral implications of having a superpower and what responsibility, like as Uncle Ben said, or Aunt May, with great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah. Or what superpowers do we already have?
Oh, okay. Let's start with that. What superpower do you have in real life? Grady is he said is holding his bowels so that he can make the run home.
This is not the suggestion.
The smuggler's run. We call it the smuggler's run.
No, Jesus.
Disney's
Wow,
given us a
there's
lot
too
of
many.
stuff.
There's too many there.
Is too much empathy a superpower? Because it doesn't feel like that for me.
Well, I've thought about things like just in this, like the last 15 seconds.
Okay.
I've thought about, things that we share as humans that are unique. Like I'm like, well, I feel like I can read people really well, but I can't read people as well as Grady can. And Matt has a lot of empathy, and I have a lot of empathy too, but I think you have empathy on a much deeper level than I do.
Crippling amount.
But I think maybe my superpower, the thing that I feel that I think that I feel like I would die without is singing.
I was going to say it's singing.
I think it's my singing voice.
I would think if there were a lot of other people here who were good singers and said that, I would be like, yeah, sure. But with you, I agree. Absolutely. Yeah.
Is that me as a droid?
Yep.
Ahsoka's droid.
Claire
Oh.
is
Back right now.
Oh, I have my hood on because I have light sensitivity because I'm not wearing my glasses today.
do you want me to turn the light down?
I don't
that?
know.
We don't have to be so bright. Yeah, I definitely think singing is one of your superpowers. Like, this is a weird thing, but like, I think gift giving is one of my superpowers. Like being thoughtful.
Well, I think about it in like, if I were to come across like a bad witch and they were like, they drained me of my superpower and how it like I would have to like learn how to live.
It's called The Little Mermaid.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if Ursula were to take
Nice.
away my voice, like it would cripple me. So that's kind of with the way I look at my superpower. So do you feel, Matt, like if somebody took away your gift giving, it would strip you of your identity?
Yes, how would people know how to love me if I didn't give them good gifts? Right? No?
I don't know. I would think would like definitely
Grady's
still love
doing
you
the slow-
regardless.
The slow shake of
It's a
how dare
lovely.
you.
It's a lovely thing.
How
that
would
you
I let
do.
my friends know that I see them?
You tell them.
Words, actions.
Nah, don't know.
But is it our job to tell Matt what his superpower is, or does
No.
Matt need to think a little bit longer?
I didn't know we were
could be
supposed to-
true.
We were talking about real.
I didn't
Yeah, we
either.
said it. We said we're going to talk about real.
No, but
No,
I
was
said
it-
it.
we
didn't get a chance to think about it before now.
Oh,
Say we talk about what superpower would you wish for? What superpower would you never want to have?
yeah, we're not there yet. What about your dragon?
I don't. Yeah, I mean, I guess so.
You can.
I see things before they happen.
It's his intuition.
often,
It's his. He's got a
Yes.
very, very strong intuition. Grady.
which also creates a lot of fear.
For sure.
I can feel what people are going to do before.
But if
they
you were
do
to
them.
harness your dragon, like if you were to be a Mario Kart character and
Right.
No, not Mario
No.
Kart. Like
Like
what like a character in a video game, and like what is your thing that you have that everyone's like, oh no, Grady's coming, like we don't want to get hit with that.
Yeah, no, he's force sensitive, so he would
Flatulence?
have his spidey sense, his spidey tingle.
And then I'd have an emergency, wouldn't be able to display it because I'd have to go to the bathroom and use it.
Go all the way back to his house. Anyway,
Superpowers. I don't know.
So I think intuition, but we told him. So what do
Yeah,
we?
we
If
did.
we told Grady what his was, what do we think that Claire's is outside of singing?
Well, I thought
She's got
superpower.
superpower. She's got superpowers and boundaries.
I thought singing
I think.
immediately.
but you got
You work at it, yeah.
There are times if you would maybe me twice this week if you had seen me really struggling with the boundaries. And sometimes the boundaries, if they come through and I don't know how to set them, it comes out as anger. Because I have to do is say no, and I want to hurt another person because I feel like they hurt me.
I guess is the Hulk's powers, is that superpowers? Because Claire could Hulk out at times.
I find the Hulk to be interesting because that was forced on him. He had to learn how to live with it.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of them are, at least in Marvel, you could say that they're like not forced on you, but they're given to you.
DC, they're mostly
get them.
born with it.
And
In
Alex
Marvel,
Mack.
they
Yeah.
get them somewhere. Either you're just the woman that's like, hey, I've got a taser.
Do you remember Alex Mack?
Yes, the Secret
Yeah.
World of Alex Mack.
Didn't she like
a friend of
fall into some goo and that's
I
what
had
happened?
a New Year's Day lunch with her one time because
Oh.
she was dating a friend of my brother. Not my brother.
Did you ask her about the goo?
No, but I loved. Oh, I talked about the show. I loved the show. I thought it was great. It's a Nickelodeon show.
Yeah, she accidentally got those superpowers. Well, they all did. I mean, the spider.
Yeah. I think it's a Marvel thing. I think you're right, Grady. That DC.
They're usually born with it. That's what I always gravitated toward DC
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Marvel was like, you didn't earn this. You just fell into it.
So what else do we think maybe Claire's superpowers are other than singing?
No, that's
That's it.
But if it were to be used for
Wooden.
evil,
I-
it would be like the siren call.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. But I also think
Is it like a rape whistle?
No,
No,
you
it's-
draw them in.
Yeah, it's like the siren
Oh,
story.
you mean like the mermaids under the water?
Yeah. Like I would lure somebody to their death, or I would have them back
Like
into my
everybody
will.
was on what is it,
Claire.
Odysseus' ship. I don't know, the one that
Mm-hmm.
Orpheus was playing the music on. He didn't get drawn in by the sirens.
Yeah.
And then the sirens turned them all into pigs or something, or was that witches?
Calypso turned them into pigs. No, Cersei turned them into pigs. Sorry,
Lannister, different. Cersei.
different Cersei.
Okay.
Well, but based kind of on still the same.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Cersei. I like Cersei.
It was a good book.
I do think Claire has a certain honesty that feels like a superpower.
I
And
think that
I
you're
may be wrong about
No,
this,
you're
but
not.
it feels like no matter what the consequences are of that honesty or truth,
You're
still
unafraid of it. She's unafraid of being honest.
Yeah.
That's a superpower, isn't it?
No, you don't agree with that?
Oh, I think so.
There's a lot of things I'm super afraid to be honest about.
Well, you've been honest a lot this morning before we were recording, so.
Boy, did you take those people to task.
Well, I feel
kidding. I'm
comfortable
kidding.
with you guys.
She didn't take anybody to task.
I think we
It
should
was
talk more about
Grady.
Matt.
Grady really did.
I think Matt's superpower, if I think of one of the most valuable things about Matt that I feel I've experienced as a friend,
Careful
is,
driver.
Thank you.
He is.
I'm just thinking about having that be your superpower.
2 and 10. 2 and 10. Driving the speed limit.
I feel like you.
They now teach 5 and 7 because of airbags.
I feel like Matt's a really good facilitator and a really good teacher, and
Thank you.
and a really good leader in a way that like I feel really comfortable working with him because I feel like I am never nervous or feel self-conscious about asking questions about a process or
You asked the wrong question.
or I've just never felt intimidated
Is this my light?
in being around Matt. What is that? What is how do you label that?
I am unintimidating. Basically, she's calling me soft. That's I get it. I get it. No. I think that's
Unassuming,
very
soft.
I appreciate it because I think what you're saying to me is
He's too plot.
when I can create an environment that feels safe for you to be curious in, and that's a nice thing. And I'm soft.
Superpower. I don't know. Maybe I hope that I can make people laugh.
What?
I hope that I can make people laugh.
You can make people laugh.
So maybe that's
Yeah, maybe that's a superpower. Not me particularly, but I've seen you make other people laugh.
Maybe Grady's superpower is making people laugh like uncontrollably, and Matt's superpower is making people forget their woes.
boundaries.
God, if that was my superpower, I'd be living large.
Yeah. Here we go. Where am I? Don't worry about it, honey. Okay, that's not funny.
It led right to sex for you.
Matt can make you forget your. What did you say?
I said woes.
Boundaries.
It's a hell of a superpower. Wait till we get to the moral section of
This doesn't
this.
feel right to me. Suddenly,
Oh my god! I can't
Unbelievable.
even think about that in like like in terms of
Grady
boundaries.
jumped right into the sexual
I
pool.
didn't even mean it.
It's
You
fine.
started
sexual.
thrusting your hips before you even got the words
after
out.
you accepted the invitation.
Oh, it's my fault.
You welcomed me into the garage and trapped me.
It's
Now I'm
fine.
choking on carbon monoxide.
Wait, is the car running in the garage?
Yes.
That doesn't make much sense.
It's a new car and I don't know how to operate it.
Well, that's not
You
your
don't
fault.
even have a garage.
The windshield wipers are on. How do you know?
Because we've
been
we've
there.
been
You've
there.
never been there. That's a dummy house. It's just a staged. It's a Ray Moore and Flanagan showroom.
It looked way too perfect. So.
And-
That's
looked
because it's a
lived in.
Ray Moore and Flanagan showroom. When
Looked
you're here, your
very
family.
lived in.
Or is that Olive
those
Garden?
I think
Legos
that's
that
the
were
Olive
dusty.
It was
Garden.
an Olive Garden.
Yeah. All right, let's get back on track here. So Grady's superpower is making people
I
laugh.
guess so.
You would like that. That would be something that you'd be very proud of.
Matt's superpower is making people feel good about themselves.
Thank you.
I think.
Wish Matt Superpower was making Matt feel good about himself. That would be
Well,
powerful.
that gets into. Well, we'll talk about that. We're not there yet.
All right. So where do you want to go?
Home.
Oh.
I mean,
Do you have to go? Do you have to
No.
go number 2? Is that what it is?
We'll never know. We will never know.
Never know because
I'm always the one to
You know
announce
what?
it.
One day
The
I'm gonna go in there and I'm
honesty
gonna-
is like, I gotta go.
I don't like to say the GD, but one day I'm gonna go in there and blow up that GD bathroom,
You know what?
and then I'm just gonna
Are
leave.
you though? Is he though?
No.
No. He's
I
afraid of
will.
the
Well,
bidet.
wait. We did talk about one time somebody did that in the bathroom at one of the theaters. Did you
Claire,
do? I
no,
always said
I-
it was me,
I
but
didn't do that.
oh, so he was lying. He just blamed it on me.
I
I
blew up
think.
the bathroom in the lobby.
I know he left the theater last, so anything could happen.
I
when
did
that
blow up the
happened.
bathroom in the lobby, and that bathroom at that theater makes me feel unsafe.
So you
very
have used
it was,
another
it was
bathroom.
designed in 1959.
That the doors are like plywood.
So was the toilet tissue.
Well, ow.
You know, I'm still picking lint out
Oh my God, lint.
from almost
Or
over a year
splinters.
ago. Both.
Splinters. Oh, okay.
All right, so
And suddenly I can pick up like paper clips and things. I'm magnetized.
So I guess it's like if you could choose your superpower, what would you choose? I mean, that seems to make the
That's very
most
hard.
sense.
Do you know what you would choose, Claire?
I think.
skip me.
I think for me,
No.
I like the power to take down people's boundaries.
Yeah. Well, we just found your new one.
And to make myself feel
I
good.
will
Those
say
would be
on a-
perfect.
But do
On
you
an
really want to do that?
On an
That's
interest.
No.
scary.
Well, that from the woman who created boundaries and introducing Claire Kenny. That's how you get an introducing Claire Kenny. If you could take away boundaries, though, the only thing that would be helpful with is as a director to be able to take people's boundaries that they have around themselves to not be able to be honest on stage. And if you didn't have their boundaries, you could give them more to work with, or they wouldn't be scared of whether it's right, whether it's not. That'd be interesting. I don't think you'd abuse it.
No, I probably wouldn't. I just don't know if it's a direct translation to opening up their vulnerability.
Once
Like
again, I'm wrong.
No, stop it.
My superpower is being wrong.
Well, that seems to be very true. No, every time I disagree, it's not an assault on you. All right? I just think
It's just
that
an
it would
attack.
be beautiful if that was the truth, but I don't know that I believe that the boundaries people are putting up in their life are the thing that are preventing them from finding the vulnerability on stage.
Just the fact that they're not very good.
Yeah, it's the fact that they just stink.
I guess I look at the whole boundary thing as like you could use it for so many malicious acts.
Yes.
Like, you know,
Sir, that'd be $10.95. Will it? I could get
Yes.
fired, could you?
I don't know. Is that it, too?
or like, you know, getting
That's a boundary.
If you ask a friend to do a show
the
that you're
force.
directing and then they say no and then you do the boundary and then all of a sudden they're like, okay, I'll do it. And
Do
then
it
your
again.
life is
What does a
miserable.
boundary sound like?
Claire is very afraid that I will use my powers on her
What?
to get her into place.
What would you?
I thought I said I wasn't going to do any more plays for a while. What am I memorizing lines for?
What would your
You're not wrong.
superpower be?
You're not wrong.
What would
I
your
don't
superpower?
know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I want you to go first.
You of all people would
second.
know.
I always, growing up,
Wanted to fly
no,
or invisibility.
I wanted to have the force. So I think it was. I think if it would be,
That's out of this.
it would be
that's out
telekinesis.
of the.
But no, it would be
Yeah.
telekinesis. Is what I would want.
I don't need you to be able
would
to move
want-
shit with your mind.
I
do
want to
not
be able
need
to
that.
move stuff with my mind. I do want to.
Well, I wish you
break
could move
people's
things with your
boundaries
mind. Yeah.
because I want the Jedi mind trick. But I want to be.
So during your Riddicy,
like
if you
one
had
with everything.
telekinesis, all of a sudden I would have just been in my light.
Yes, yeah, it would have pushed you right in your life.
So you want to be 11?
Among other, I do. I think growing up I would. Now as an adult, I think the most useful superpower for
It's
me
money.
teleportation.
Teleportation.
I just want to teleport from one place to another. I love my car, but I don't want to sit in traffic.
That's
it's such
it.
an old man.
I love that you're like. I'm like thinking like, where are we going? Like Stockholm. You're like, I just don't want to drive in the area.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Traffic is so bad.
So
I
then
would
you're-
save so much time.
So your
No.
superpower is now limited to a 20-mile range.
Look,
this makes me
stop
sad.
it.
This
You can only
makes me
teleport
sad.
within 20 miles
I
from
don't
where you
like
are.
this for you
Why?
because your life could be so much better. So
If I
that
could strip
stop
people
you.
of their boundaries.
Yeah.
that you feel like the greatest hindrance in your life today is traffic.
I do. So it was, and I could get the kids from one place to another.
Well,
I would
can
have
you?
to-
Can you teleport them?
Yeah, and most science fiction and stuff like that, it feels like if I put my hands on them,
Can
we
hold
could
hands,
teleport.
we all-
Yeah,
yeah.
we go from one place to another. Look, I don't think I would be responsible. I don't think I'm
wouldn't travel to
responsible
London?
enough with invisibility.
We could go see shows.
I think the only reason to be invisible is to hear people talk about you
I don't want to be invisible.
I don't-
and to
I
see
don't-
people naked.
That's the
And
one
so I
superpower I
can't-
wouldn't want.
I wouldn't trust myself with invisibility.
I don't like invisibility.
I don't want to fly because I don't really like heights.
I'll be esoteric. I've felt invisible most of my life, so I wouldn't
So
like
you,
to be
you don't want
invisible.
that.
No, that's we talked about what was one superpower you would never want to have, and invisibility is the one I would not want.
I guess also I wouldn't mind having invincibility because I think it would take fear out of my life in a lot of ways.
No, it wouldn't. Your
But see,
fear is
I think
internal,
I
Matt.
think
Well, that's probably true. All right, so yeah,
But
so
teleportation-
teleportation. I mean,
we go to
what
London.
else? We've eliminated.
once a week would we go to London to see a show?
Yeah, right.
I'm asking, would we?
Yeah, I could work that in my schedule.
Yeah, but you'd be like taking other people and be like, "Oh, I thought you were busy," or something.
Sometimes you turn me down when
Yeah,
I
but we-
offer you a ticket to the theater.
Oh, really?
yeah.
I turn you down?
Yep.
Huh? There's a
Didn't he
show
turn you
that-
down on Friday?
I'll
he
I'll
did.
handle this. I'll handle this.
To the point where I offered it to him, he didn't respond, and then I offered it to you, knowing that he wouldn't go. And then I did really offer it to you,
I
knowing
was
that you wouldn't go.
very
but
clear.
you know, but you.
You knew I couldn't go.
I was
Yeah,
very.
but I also know that you like to be invited to things.
Yeah, I did.
I was very clear on my text, and you know that. Was I not?
About what?
About the ticket and going. I was very clear about the show.
Well, I don't understand.
I was
Read
very,
the
I was, I was
text.
very clear about what I text. Do not read that out
Okay.
loud.
Unless he forgot to text it to you.
No, I was very clear that I did not know that was going to work, and it did not.
This was after I already asked you. 'cause I knew
Turned
he
you
wasn't gonna
down.
tell-
How about turning down a ticket to the fucking Ferryman that won the Pulitzer?
Is
Yeah.
that where he
Won the
went
Tony.
instead
No,
of with you?
Matt
on
was
Friday?
going to
No,
come
he-
meet me in the city that day, and I, as a good friend, called and said, "I don't think you're having a great day, and I want you to know that if you can't come, it's totally okay."
Oh,
And he
you
said-
just decided for him.
And no, because I knew he didn't want to say it. And it was getting toward the end of the day, and I wanted to make sure he felt safe that he could say, I
did turn
can't
it
come
down.
into
And
the
when
city.
was this?
Years ago. But
Oh.
the point is,
we weren't
is
as close.
it was a brilliant play.
I know.
And
Oh, yeah.
I missed you.
I think I would have really
Turning-
enjoyed it. I
turning
made a
down
bad.
the-
I made a
No,
bad.
you
choice.
didn't know. But the nice thing is you made a good choice for yourself that day. It wasn't a good day for you.
Look, you want me to teleport
If you
you
could
to
have
London?
teleported, you could have come into the city.
I would
real
have been
quick.
easy for me.
Don't use the teleporting to London thing as like a threat to me now.
I'm not. I'm just saying, if
You're
you want to do that, I will absolutely do that. I will make time for you.
Would you be willing to just drop me off at shows you don't want to see and come back and
Probably.
come get me?
I'll just hang out on
Would you,
Embankment
could
Pier
you teleport
while you're in the
carpool?
National.
Yeah, you're like, all right, I'm not. Well, I can come get you in an hour, but I gotta
I'll go
clear.
down, I'll
and
go
I'm
down
gonna-
to the Camden Town and get myself a pair
So
of Doc
could you
Martens.
Yeah.
teleport Grady to London and then come back and get me?
Yeah,
Yeah, but
and
I
take you
think
to
I
New
could
Zealand
take you
and-
both at the same time.
to
But
London.
until after I get out of work.
I want to be alone in London.
Yes, no, we'll drop you off in London, and
What
then
if
I'll
you
teleport
forget Grady?
Claire's to the Shire.
Oh, it's okay.
We can go.
I'll
we
be
can go
fine.
hang out in the Shire for a bit.
Yeah, and I would love that.
Oh, you would.
that.
So you go hang out in the shower when you're like, how many shows would it be like? I want to go see this. Matt's like, great, I'll pick you up. You don't want to go? No.
That would be great though for like
I think
birthdays.
you'd be fine.
I'd be fine in London alone.
Yeah.
That would be
So
great for birthdays.
I think we're turning this teleportation thing to our benefit.
Okay. All
You
right.
know?
I
guess.
like how
still
you-
think it's a little limiting.
I like what you're
Yeah,
doing.
true.
I like what you're doing.
All right.
what would your
Shape shifting as an
no.
option?
Morphing? Yeah, I've thought about that.
Shape shifting, does that mean like you're turning into a different thing or like different person?
Person.
I mean, yeah, or animal.
I know
or-
you've always wanted
or-
to turn into a radiator, but I don't think that that's really helpful.
Not if we don't turn somebody else into
It
the
must
radiator
be so
key.
nice to be radiator, just
you
like
could
no
be
one
like Madame Bouche and be a dresser or whatever she is.
from the Beauty and the Beast.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would just like to, as
I
far
think
as
you'd like to turn into a cat
I just
and be able to travel as a cat.
So that
Yeah.
would be shape shifting.
Mhm.
So should I read out like the basic superpowers and then you guys can choose?
Well, I already have.
I kind of know what I want to do.
Well, then
Okay.
say it.
I just don't know what it's called.
Well, then
Well,
what?
first of all, I would like the opportunity to do things and then undo them. Like make mistakes and then undo them. Like
So you want the power to
Who has the time
manipulate
stone?
time.
Yeah.
ooh, that's a big responsibility. But like
But
as
you
far
have to
as-
understand what happens if you manipulate that time. What happens for the rest of it? You gotta consult the Sorcerer
Well, I think
Supreme.
I want to be able to like hurt people and kill people.
You
and,
would?
Yep. And then just to like
wait,
fulfill
wait,
that.
Can we just rewind? To hurt people and kill people, you would? Yep.
It's time manipulation.
Are we dead? So you want to just be able to kill them, then bring them back to life?
Yeah, like kill them and then be like,
So this
that
is for the.
I needed to do that, but I feel good now, and
Yeah.
now I'm gonna move on.
And you know what? We would be doing this podcast, and Grady and I'd be
We
like,
dead.
no, we'd be
Oh.
like, you know, Claire loves us so much that she's never killed us before, and we would have no clue how many times that she's murdered us.
Yes.
Oh, so
'Cause
we
would
don't
not
know.
remember. She'd go back and
So you
Or-
want to be able to erase people's memories as well. That's different. That's
No,
two
no,
powers.
only
No,
their
because-
experiences with me.
But if she, okay, say she murders me, right? Chokes me out, sweet, sweet death. And then I'm gone, and then she goes back in time to when she didn't murder
And
me.
I'm stuck
I
in
don't
London.
remember because that thing never happened.
Wait a minute. I'm stuck in London now at a theater, and I don't have any more money.
Well, you're so happy there.
Yeah, you do. You'll figure out a way to make money, my
If
friend.
I have the power to manipulate time,
make that
I
make
can go get you some money.
Ew. Those days are over. I don't have those kind of goods.
You know, there's always a market for everything.
Oh, is there?
I'm assuming.
Well, I love that you don't laugh.
No, never. I'm never a laugher. Okay, so Claire liked to manipulate time so she could murder people.
It's terrible. It's I can't
Isn't
believe
there
that's
something nice? Like I wish I could make flowers.
This is the
grow
honesty
anywhere.
that I was talking about in terms of superpowers.
Well, I mean, I get upset with people. I get really upset with people. I feel like I'm forced into situations where I don't enjoy myself, and I
Welcome
want
to my world.
I want to act out. You know,
I don't want to kill anybody.
I wonder in this scenario if after the first brutal murder that
What if
Claire
you became
commits
addicted to it?
in a space that I know exactly where it is, what if she doesn't like the feeling?
That's what I'm saying. You're stuck with the power now.
that's
But
okay.
she doesn't have to use it to murder people. It's just part of the perks.
But if I guess it's also like, is it the murdering or is it time? Time. Like if it were time, like I'd probably go back and save a lot of animals who
I think
died.
it's, you're
Yeah.
balancing out your good and your
and
your
then I'd
evil.
probably could do a couple of murders and then be like, I didn't really. That's fine. Like I get it out of my system, and then I'll be like, okay, I don't really have to do that anymore. It's kind of like in remember in Chaos,
Yeah.
when Zeus was like he would just murder people.
I saw it too. Look at me. as
Oh,
well.
sorry, I didn't know. And he got tired of the killing after a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would be you. I don't think you would like walking around that moment after, I don't know, let's say the whole room of people. I'm not going to say specifically where I know you would murder people.
Where's
but I
Trish?
know.
She was just with us. I don't
They're
know.
all lying down dead, and you're full of blood, and it's dripping, and you're like, I feel better. I don't know that you'd love that feeling. I don't know if it would be.
I think it's
feel
more
better."
like sometimes I have such a quick reaction and like such intense anger sometimes that I
Wouldn't you-
want to hurt other people.
Wouldn't you want to go back in time to like 73 and go see Joni Mitchell in an amphitheater
Yeah, I mean,
I think she would do that too.
and then kill her?
no, I definitely don't want to do that.
You would suck
You'd
her
kill
voice
Brandy
right out of her.
Carlisle.
no, get
You'd kill Brandy. I know you would.
Shh. No,
I don't know.
Yes,
that-
you would.
Is that? This is all fictional.
This is all fictional.
I would like to remove her from the scenario though.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, like everything doesn't have to be murder.
It's Hitman speak.
You know?
By the way, great new movie, Wolves. George Clooney, Brad Pitt.
I started to watch it, and then I was like, I'm a little.
It's
like,
very dry,
Yeah.
but it gets really.
I like there was Amy Ryan at the very
Oh,
beginning.
she's
of that.
great in it.
Yeah, Claire didn't have to use all of her time manipulating abilities,
But she
to
did.
just murder people.
She did.
No, that's
guess
the
it is-
American Psycho version of it.
I
but
guess
think
it is
she
a
would go
time
to concert
manipulation,
too.
but like, let's say I'm in a situation and somebody bothers me and I just want to like fucking choke them out.
Why do they have to die though?
And, okay, maybe it's not a choke out, right? It maybe, or maybe not death. Maybe it's a choke out, and I really just want to like do what I want to do, get out my anger, and then feel satisfied. So then, rewind And then the scenario plays out the same exact way, except I don't murder them.
But I need to understand this. How can this
envisioning it.
only exist solely in your world and it doesn't affect anything happening outside if you're bringing someone
You
else
have to
into
be
it?
so careful with time.
Yeah, it's not like Claire's going to be irresponsible with time.
Jeez, my shit sounds like fucking.
No, but she's going back and not doing the thing that she did. She's doing the thing that she did, then she's going back and not doing it, and then
And then forgetting about the thing that she did. And
Well, she's
and
feeling
wondering
better about
the thing
it.
That she can't
Well, I
do.
think
Although
also
you better
this-
go to the gym, because if somebody overpowers you in one of these moments, then it's just done.
So you don't have any defenses. You only can manipulate time. So you got to get out there quick. And what do you have to snap your fingers and they cut your arms off?
Okay, fine. Things I got to think about, I guess.
Well, learn how
We
to
don't want you
manipulate time without your fingers. First
These
of all,
people
it's like Harry.
are-
Harry needs to learn how to do spells.
These
without
people
his
are
wand.
pretty helpless,
Thank
and they won't see it coming. So I'm
Okay.
not, and I'm not like
All right.
I'm not attacking people who can also attack me back.
I
But
did forget. Like,
I
if
think
you,
it also comes with a little bit of immortality too. Like this is
well, because like if somebody is about to like kill you, then you just go back in time. I forget about that. So,
If someone's about to kill you, you could just teleport to the other side of the room. If somebody came at you with a knife, you would just go.
But I don't have
You'd
that
be like
ability.
Nightcrawler.
Matt has
Yeah.
that ability.
yeah, and I'm not always with Claire, especially not
I'm
with
not
Claire when
talking about
she's
you
trying,
being
when
Claire.
she wants to murder people.
Sorry, side note, I moved on. I'm not talking about you with
Right?
Claire.
I
was
calm
just
people,
saying,
so she's calmer when she's around me.
Yeah, that's true. That would definitely
She
save
wants
a
to
lot of
kill
lives.
less people.
It's funny because the other night I had a phone date with someone that I from a dating app. We just had a FaceTime date to make sure that we
let's
were.
let's
like, you know,
replay it.
And so
Hello?
he
Is
did.
this
I
Claire?
joked about killing somebody, and then he asked me, "Have you killed someone?"
That's the next logical step.
I think he was trying to be funny, but I was like, I hope he's not like seriously asking me this question.
Well, no, let's hope he's not trying to bond over this particular thing.
I hope he doesn't listen to this episode in the future.
Nah, it won't come out. You'll either be engaged or you'll have moved on from him by the time this episode comes out. I did have an internet connection who listened to the podcast and liked it, and then recommended it to a friend who was dealing with grief. So that went well.
That's nice.
You guys still talking?
Yeah, we are. I don't know, just far away. Everybody who I connect to is far away.
Well, then if you
You
could
can make
teleport, that
sense.
wouldn't be such a problem.
Oh yeah.
I'd like her to be in this building. That would be.
But you
the
could you
easiest
teleport
for
to her.
me.
You can't bring
Yeah,
her
you
here.
got to make the effort.
Look. When I get my powers to take people's boundaries away, things are really going to start taking off for me.
But your
in the
powers,
dating world.
your powers only work if you
sounds
eat
awful.
raw vegetables all day.
What am I doing with vegetables?
What
Yeah,
is?
you have to eat those to make your powers work.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
What kind of vegetables do they have to be cooked
I-
and soggy?
All bok choy,
What?
Well, come on, Grady.
What about?
bok choy and allspice.
This isn't
What?
fucking.
Get into it.
What's the guy's name? Popeye, who ate the
Yeah.
spinach
Eat the
cans?
spinach, yeah.
Gross.
Um,
What was Grady's superpower again?
I
we
love.
haven't
I
even
like
gotten
it when
to that.
Matt does impressions. It's really hit or
I
miss.
don't know why Popeye's always there. Was that hit or miss?
It was a hit. It was a hit for me.
Thank you. That was a miss. I like to follow up my hits with misses. That's what I like to do. Yeah, Grady. What is? Are we done with Claire? Claire just she's just gonna
We should definitely move
use
on.
time
for
to
me.
murder. Grady, how are you gonna spend your superpower? What are you choosing and what do you? It's like we're making D&D characters.
I would like the. Well, I'd either like the ability to heal.
Okay. Yeah. Regeneration.
Yourself
to
and
self
others?
heal only physically. I don't want to get into anybody's head.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's right. I don't
You
want
want to heal other people.
I don't
or
play
just
God.
yourself?
Yes, I could touch you and heal a wound. I could touch you and heal cancer. I could touch you and
Oh, that's nice.
I could touch you and take anything
thoughtful.
out. But then I would have to take it on myself,
Oh, come
and then
on,
I
you can only
self
take
heal.
so much
No,
cancer.
You
there-
can make up the rules here.
there
You
are-
don't have to take
there
it on
because
yourself.
there have to be checks and balances.
No,
right?
they're not in this one.
Well, great. Then I can just heal for free. But
Yes.
then everybody would want something.
Yeah.
The other-
like
But
they
then Matt
wanted
can
from Jesus.
But then Matt can teleport you somewhere else. I can take you back in time and heal. Oh no, that would be bad. Because then everything
All of
would
my
be
dead
different.
No,
relatives. That'd be nice.
See that meant mental stuff. I don't want. I wouldn't be able to do that. I wouldn't be able to get into your head and fix anything mentally. But then the other superpower I've always thought about is I'd love the ability to hear, understand, speak, and write any language automatically.
You can still do that without having a superpower.
Yeah,
could prob-
again, we're talking about
She's
things that aren't
right.
going
You
to
could
happen.
probably do that because
I'm talking about any language,
you
dead
do have a
languages,
superpower.
anything.
With the amount of time that you spend reading, think about all of the time. How many times you've read Yerma?
You have an uncanny ability to do things, I think. I think you already have a little bit of a superpower. Something, you know.
And according to movies, autism means superpowers. So,
Oh God!
you know,
It's your superpower.
Rain Man can count cards. I'm sorry, Raymond.
Grady is
Raymond Babbitt.
an incredible actor. Like he's on another level.
Ooh,
And
look at that.
that's not like a human. That's not a human
That's
thing.
now recorded. She said that, and it's recorded
there's
so
any-
that you can stop, listen. Now that's on recorded, you can hear that and listen to it, and it can make you feel good at any time you want to. It will be episode 50 something.
when does this
You
air?
could find it.
When does this air?
I'll give you all that information when I know.
Okay, great. Well, then these are both
Thank
shot
you.
down, and these suck.
No, they don't suck.
The healing.
don't suck.
Mean the other thing.
I didn't
listen,
say
by
that.
the way,
You always
by the
say
way,
that, too.
by the way, thank you so much.
Thank Derry.
You're welcome.
And I appreciate that. And I
Healthy.
think if there's anything on stage that I'm able to do, it's because I've learned by mimicking people my whole life, which is how I learned how to socialize myself.
I don't think it's a direct translation. I think
They're
you're not
working
getting
together in tandem, whatever
Well,
I've got naturally. I
but
don't
isn't
know.
that a little bit of a superpower?
Yeah, because I think you actually feel it.
I do feel it.
So it's not just a mimic. It's not just a recreation.
It's an
of something
embodiment.
else.
But-
You definitely embody. Yeah, I played footsie there for a
Theater-
second. Take it.
I wish I could play footsie in
Tootsie.
as
Did you just say that? You said you wanted to play tootsie?
no.
Tootsie and Tootsie.
No. I don't have the notes. But
Here's the profile.
That's what I heard.
okay.
What were his superpowers again?
I wouldn't mind to be able to manipulate
I
elements.
think you said acting. Okay. That's pretty like classic too. You can manipulate fire, wind, air,
Yeah.
and water.
That's well then
that's
then I
like
would be the
Avatar-y,
avatar and then go into the avatar state where you can just do anything.
I think this is a great.
But then you
movie.
have all
this episode
the
is
you
gonna
have
make a
all the
great
wisdom
movie.
of all the avatars that came before you, which
Yeah.
is cool.
Like tomorrow, we're gonna wake up one day and
But
have all these.
as we know,
superpowers.
Aang got cut off and then was cut off from all that knowledge,
That
but
would
then
be
he
very
still
cool.
had to learn how to persevere.
Yep.
Brilliant. I people are like I always want to fly. I don't really want to fly.
I've always wanted to fly too.
You
but
know what? You fly one time and have a pigeon in your mouth, and you won't want to do it again.
like a couple
First time-
bugs.
imagine the first time she's like, "I'm going to do it," and finally she gives it, and she runs into a bird.
Yeah, no, and then you get a fly in your eye.
Get sucked into a 737.
Yeah, I don't like it when the air conditioning's blowing on my eyes. They get all
it's
watery.
very windy up there.
I would need goggles if I was going to fly. I need goggles.
I definitely used to want the invisibility and the flying, but I'm afraid I would turn off. I would accidentally keep my invisibility on too long, and then I would try to like go see my friends, and then I would. And what I don't want to hear is I don't want to hear what people have to say about me behind my back. I don't want to know what
The
that is.
temptation with invisibility, I don't think I could handle. I literally, if I could take down people's boundaries, I don't think I would use it for the evil that you think I would use it for. But invisibility, I don't know that I could get away with.
It's useful in espionage, you know,
Yep.
in you know the crime scenes and
I think
whatnot.
morphing. Yeah, morphing.
It's good in Harry Potter land.
so
Maybe that's why I love theater so much. Is because the things,
because you're morphing.
the emotions that hurt me so much just on a daily basis, come externally. They go out. The energy's received in a different way. So if I'm on stage doing something, I can completely become that thing, and not have it hurt me,
right.
which is I find fascinating. I don't know how it works, but it's
Energy manipulation.
something like that. Yeah, and it just I don't think about it because I don't want to
Right.
lose it. I don't know. It's something that I love.
Well,
When I don't have it, it's bad. It's not good.
yeah. No, I did.
I'd give anything right now to have a great. Well, I shouldn't say that. I had such a fun season last year. You know,
Also, like-
it can't always be a. This is a soft year.
I was just
for
thinking
for
about
sure,
like
but
your-
it doesn't mean that it can exist in some way.
No,
Yeah.
no, it doesn't. And I do appreciate that, Claire, very, very, very much.
Well, I was thinking about your ability to heal and how you don't want to go into people's like mental states.
No.
But, like I
That's
feel like
too complicated.
a lot of my pain has actually been emotional pain that has translated into physical pain in my
But what
body.
would happen if I was able to fix that? Well, interesting if that's connected to the brain.
Exactly.
I probably would be able to fix it.
So
This is like if you sliced your hand open, I could heal you. Or
but if I'm like debilitated in bed with like anxiety for days, like I can't call Granny.
Matt could teleport to you.
I mean, that would be fine.
See, Matt would use it. See, here's the thing with the teleportation.
I would pop
You
in at
dirty
the wrong
bitch.
time.
Thank you. And you,
Oh, you're not dressed yet. I'm so sorry.
you're
Why
not.
did you teleport into the bathroom?
You're not sorry,
I'm
and
just
you
getting
would
used to this
you would
power.
use it to scare me. I would probably break every glass and plate in my home. Just Adam going ah!
There would be a section early on in
And
my
I'm just
time with
having a day,
teleportation that
walking
I
down the
would
road.
absolutely spring up on you all the time.
My soul would leave my body. You would take you would zap me of my ability to do anything. I'd be
How would you know where to teleport to?
He
Like,
would
do you
think-
have to imagine the threshold of the door before Grady's
th-
apartment?
I think you
So
can
that you go
kind of
there and then you
only
knock?
teleport towards places that you can
that you've
imagine.
okay. What if you're imagining it wrong?
ooh.
I wonder if words would work. I don't know. I'm this
Like you have to
superpowers.
look it up on
it's-
Google
super-
first.
yeah,
What-
superpowers new to me, so I got
what
to
if
get
you
used
could
to it.
teleport yourself into a movie as it's happening? If you know the movie so well, and you could teleport and change the movie.
Okay, but movies.
This is a
are-
really good
But movies
script
are just
idea.
people on sets.
There-
in
there-
the
Yeah, but
past.
if you go in and make this is imaginary.
There is a series of books by an author named Jasper Ford, who I'm just telling you.
It's already been
You just no.
problem.
I'm just saying there's a similar thing. You have to make it different than that. That's all it is. It's not poo-pooing your idea, but
No, you did that at
they have
Galaxy's
this
Edge.
literary authority, and they find out that the first book is called The Air Affair, I believe, and the main character, who is a literary like cop or whatever it is, her name is Thursday Next, which is a pretty cool name.
That's
I
a
think.
pretty cool name.
And she gets eventually put. There's a bad guy who gets into Jane Eyre and starts to manipulate how the story works, and so it always these stories always exist when someone reads it.
Oh, so and then the person actually goes like never-ending story, kind of.
Yes, but like so, if they change something in the Scottish play,
Yeah.
the next person who read the Scottish play would read the different thing that happened.
Oh, well, that's what I'm kind of talking about.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That would be cool.
It's worth reading. I don't know why they never made them movies. Anyways, I would have to get used to my teleportation for sure. For sure.
So, what's next on our agenda today? Are we going to talk about? We did talk about the super.
What would you never want to have? And I think all of us unpromptedly agreed invisibility.
Is it's just too much.
Nobody wants that responsibility. That's
Because
no, and
it just goes like the fact that the Invisible Man is like in the horror genre tells you all
For a
you need to
reason.
know. Yeah. So some of the superpowers: super strength, flight, invisibility, telekinesis, regeneration or healing factors, shape shifting, telepathy, elemental control. We talked about that one. Super speed. We didn't bring that one up.
Don't need it.
Yeah.
Don't need it.
Energy manipulation, the ability to like create and construct things and manipulate energy. Time manipulation, we did talk about that. Mind control,
No.
that's it's a tough one.
We have therapists. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
Um,
we all have. Yeah, that's fine.
And one of the things that we kept touching on is like the moral question. So there's the responsibility versus power, or justice versus vigilantism, or privacy and consent, intervention, and like free will, and just like the nature of power and the use of force and
I mean, I think about the cool superpowers of like Marvel characters like Phoenix or whatever, but like in an honest, Like, where would you use stuff? Where would you use that? I can blow up an entire city. Why
Well,
would I?
they find places where they have to go use their superpower.
Because there's other people with superpowers they have to fight against.
But yeah, but like us, like
If I was Cyclops, what am I going to do with that? Go into Home Goods and go, oh, this should.
No, if you're a
Well,
superpower person, you hang out with other superpower people and you go help
We go to school.
situations where you need to use your superpowers, but not around here.
If
like,
you had these superpowers, would you let anyone know? I would not.
Would
I
you
would not
want to have a secret
I would
identity?
Not. I would not.
I know maybe like you guys, maybe like my really close friends.
Someone would be like, "Oh, so and so's choking. Can you heal them?" What do you mean? I know
Yeah.
I know the Heimlich. The Heimlich.
Heimlich?
Yeah.
Yeah, well that's kind of the thing that happens in a lot of
See, Matt would teleport
a lot of shows
to
today
me while I'm
that we
just
watch.
sitting down. He'd give me the Heimlich and then teleport out of there.
Well, the Heimlich is like
the
easily
Heimlich or the Heimlich? Which one do you need?
No, that one's too easy. The Heimlich you can easily
I'll have the
get.
first.
Right.
I'll have the first. I don't think you want to eat this candy.
If you passed out and then you came back to life because somebody healed you, you wouldn't know.
Right.
And then I would time manipulate.
Oh no, I can't bring people back to life. No, that's a God thing.
Okay, but the Heimlich, if you're choking and then you lose oxygen, you could heal.
Pass out.
If you were a God, what God would you want to be?
Well,
I think that's a different episode.
in what
Okay.
in what
Like
denomination
yes,
are we talking?
okay.
Like
It's
our
the
Towel
Greek
of
myth
Poo.
episode.
Like
Is
our
it the Mount
astrology
Olympus
of
Our
poo.
towel of poo?
No,
You just said it's our towel of poo.
Towel.
Like lay poo on a lay
Towel.
lay
Towel.
put him on a towel. He's going.
Towel.
He's going.
Well, look, if we got to get you to go somehow.
What kind of gods
We
are we
need to-
talking? Are we talking about the Greek
If you
gods?
could pick one of the gods to be, and there's a lot to pick
I
from.
know there are so many. We'll have to do like a mini episode on that, like 15 minutes.
Well,
Okay.
it was like our astrology of poo. We never really got back to that.
Yeah, we never did. I think-
But maybe that is if we figure out a title, we can talk about all of the different things, like what gods we want to be. What megalomaniac.
I'm good. I don't really need to be a god.
If you could be any animal, what would you want to be?
Well, everybody knows.
No.
What
I think we
would be.
talked about that already,
So-
though, didn't we?
So catty.
I'd be a
Um,
great white
Of course. You would.
or a giraffe.
I was gonna say something. I forgot what it was.
Or a giraffe?
Mhm.
So different.
Maybe not.
Oh no, giraffes and sharks aren't different from each other.
Well, one breathes underwater and one doesn't. One has 4 legs and one doesn't. One has a pea-sized brain and one doesn't. One is a vegetarian and the
Giraffes
other
are very
isn't.
smart.
Yeah, they weren't the ones with the pea brains.
Oh,
It was a shark,
sharks are very smart too.
I'm just thinking about like,
right?
like
They are. They've
environment.
survived for how long?
They are not. It's the orcas that are taking the honors classes.
Shards have incredible intuition.
But I think that's all they have.
But why-
Anyways, that's
but-
not.
Fine, I'll
that's
be an
not our
oc-
episode.
fine,
We're
I'll be an
superheroes.
octopus. I want to be an octopus.
Just
I'd like to be able to spray ink.
So defensive.
How could it be such
So
a different
defensive.
choice? Like I either want to be a shark or a giraffe. Like, would you rather live in the desert or in the water? Like that should be a really
Why
simple
are
thing to
giraffes
decide.
live in? Well, they do.
I
live in
think
a
it's about
s-
not choosing.
Well, they don't live by the bay.
I'm just
where the
thinking of
watermelons
a
grow.
land animal or sea animal.
If you want to be a mammal or a fish,
A fish,
that's
yes.
really
I would be a cat
different.
and who likes to swim and catch fish. Hangs out by the beach. In
I
a
don't
tree.
think most cats swim though.
They can. They
I mean,
just
big
don't.
cats.
No, they can. They just don't.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, what's our
We're there.
we're there?
Yo, absolutely, we're there.
This is a fun one.
We've arrived at
This is
the
fun.
end.
Yeah, I
Um,
like this one.
It was very silly. We wanted to have a nice, fun, silly episode, and yet there is a lot of like psychology and how we went about it and what it says about who we are, which is good and bad, and we love that. So
Bear's
thank
gotta
you.
go kill some people. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Just gonna say, I was so excited to go sit in that chair over there after we're done, so I can stretch my legs.
We'll do it.
Well, we're at that point. So thank you for listening to the Last Will podcast.
Bye.
There we go. Wow. Are you exhausted? I know I am. There was a lot. I just want to say that the opinions of one Claire Kenny do not represent the opinions of the Last Will podcast. And for,
clarity. She's just kidding. She's making a joke. It's all fun and games. No one's going to use a superpower so they can go and murder people. That's so silly. We're just having fun. I hope you enjoyed that episode. We really had a lot of fun. Obviously, we hadn't been together in a while, and so we got very, very silly. The first 11 minutes were all about poop. That may be a new record for the Last Will podcast, for sure. But I hope you enjoyed it. We had a lot of fun talking about it. Maybe we will revisit Superpowers because that brought out a different conversation in us for sure. Anyways, thank you for listening to the Last Will podcast. If you like what you heard, please rate, review, and subscribe. We can be found at the Last Will Podcast on Instagram, and thelastwillpodcast.com is where all of our episodes are. So again, thanks for listening, and if you like what you heard, tell a friend. And as always, onward, forward,